Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. My buddy Jeff Hirsch said, "You have to try this racket. You've overlooked it. Can you please do this racket? Test it for me." Stay tuned. Sky, great playing today, man.
Thanks. Good hitting.
Oh, thank you.
My arm doesn't feel right.
Uh-oh. Interesting. I got something. Hang on. See? I don't feel a thing.
Wow. My arm doesn't feel a thing. Feels great.
See? I told you.
All right, Harry. One more shot. I'm going to go real big. This is great. Yeah.
All right, guys. So my buddy Jeff Hirsch wrote me, and he is insisting that we try this Yonex Ezone 105. Let me tell you what he said. Have seen your videos on rackets that you recommend for seniors and the rackets that are easy on the arm. I have never seen a review from anyone of the 105 square inch Ezone that I've been in love with since I purchased a matched pair 2 years ago. Maybe you can do a video with one of your guys. I have them strung with Wasabi X in the crosses at 44 pounds and Vocal V Star 115 on the mains at 42 pounds. Heavenly, he writes. So Jeff, I took an Ezone 105 and I kind of strung it like you, but I kind of strung it like how I wanted to too. So I did 18 gauge confidential on the main and 16L confidential on the cross. And I did 44-42. So something very similar to you. Since I have slightly firmer strings, I decided to lower the tension a little bit. So I got Coach Rob over here, and 105.
Yeah, 105.
105. You like 105s?
For certain people. Yeah.
So Jeff is saying that we're going to love this. I'm going to love this.
I look forward to you loving this. That's awesome.
All right, so let's take a look at the...
I hope you continually find the sweet spot.
Yeah, me too. Well, I got an extra 5 square inches.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. You don't miss it.
All right, so let's take a quick look at the specs here. It's 105, so slightly bigger than my racket. 292 grams, which is about 10.3 ounces. 67 on the RA, so it's medium to firm. 2 points head light, which tells me that it's on the head heavier side. The beam is 24, 26.5 in the midsection, and 23.5 down here. The swing weight is 305, which tells me that it's going to come through fairly quickly. 16 by 19 on that string pattern. So on a 105, the squares look pretty medium to big. So kind of far. So easy to spin. How's that feel in your hand so far?
Feels good. Good over grip.
Okay.
Good weight.
All right. Ready to hit?
Let's hit.
All right. just got off the court. Yonex Ezone 105. Coach Rob, I would say you hit very well with this.
It was a 105, so the pressure was on not to miss the sweet spot on this.
Your ball was coming with some speed, some spin, and you weren't swinging that hard from what I saw.
And at 44 pounds.
Yeah.
Right, with the thin string.
Mm-hmm. It is poly, though. You don't use poly.
No. But it was still, yeah, it was nice. I mean, I was thinking of the guy and how much he loves his 105, and I could kind of tell why at that tension and the combination of string, ball felt pretty good coming off the racket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the strings at a low tension gave it easy spin and easy power. The racket was interesting because it's a light racket, as I told you in the specs, but it felt heavier than it was because a lot of the mass was towards the head. So when you got it going, and then the thicker kind of midsection here firmed up right after impact and then shot the ball out of there. So I would dare to say this is, I mean, I keep saying this, but this is probably the best 105 I've ever tried. And I wasn't even considering, like, you know, Jeff said, to try it because, I mean, you know, there aren't many 105s out there, and I've tried some really good ones already. But, I mean, if you need a little lighter racket with a slightly bigger head size and a finish, I call it a finish because this will help you finish your swing. This is definitely the one to get.
Definitely try it.
Yeah. Who would you recommend this to amongst your students?
Probably some of my adults that, you know, maybe had the 100 of some sort, and they are like, hey, I need a little bit bigger. I need a little more, you know, they're playing a lot of doubles. They're at the net a lot. They're looking for that bigger sweet spot. I'd let them try it.
Yeah. I mean, if you need just a little bit more, just a little bit, and a lot of people always say, hey, can I get a lighter racket? Or they ask me for a lighter racket. I'm going to definitely start recommending this one because it's a light racket that doesn't really feel like a light racket, and it gives you the giddy up that most people want and ask for. That 44, 42, that light tension is pretty genius. I mean, I didn't use Jeff's setup, but I kind of did my own thing, and it felt wonderful off the bat. So, yes. Great racket, great recommendation. Coach Rob, thank you for testing out the Ezone 105 with me. Much appreciated.
Sure.
Guys, check it out for yourself, guys. I have to say, best 105 on the market that I've ever tried. All right? Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.